Why you can't name your kid Nutella? Countries all over the world have all sorts of crazy laws, and oftentimes the governments don't even let you name your kid without their permission. In many cases, it's usually better for the child that their names were rejected, since they'd probably be bullied at school for having such bizarre names. What kind of names are we speaking of? Let's find out. Let's take a look at all the different countries where naming your child something ridiculous can be illegal. Number 7. New Zealand. In New Zealand, all baby names have to be approved by the Registrar of Births, Deaths, and Marriages to make sure parents don't name their children anything outlandish. It got to the point where so many names were being unapproved that they had to release a whole list of names that were banned. One of the names includes King. Since New Zealand is a monarchy under the Commonwealth realm, other names include Anal, Mafia, and For Real. In 2008, parents actually lost custody of their daughter for naming her Tala Does the Hula from Hawaii. Harsh, but we understand the sentiment. What's more, when a couple in New Zealand tried to name their newborn twins Fish and Chips, they were quickly shut down by the courts. It was one of the only times where 2 names were banned once. Honestly, that's not even a bad name in our books. Number 6. Mexico. In the state of Sonora, Mexico, officials had to release a list of names that parents couldn't use for their children after numerous bullying incidents. All of these were names that parents had already named their children, and some of these names include Facebook, US Navy, Cesarean Section, RoboCop, The Terminator, and Harry Potter. The worst part is that it all started when a child was bullied by his peers in the state for being named Circumcision. Boy, we're glad that name got shut down. While the idea of a kid named RoboCop living in Mexico and hiding from the police sounds hilarious, we certainly hope that's not the case. Number 5. France. We can't think of anything as sweet and delicious as some Nutella. Well, this one French couple wanted their child to be so sweet that they actually named her Nutella, hoping she would bring as much happiness to the world as the chocolate hazelnut spread does. The judge didn't think the name was that cute though, and ordered them to change it to a shortened Ella. He believed the child would be mocked for her name. This also set the precedent that no other child could be named Nutella in France. Number 4. Japan. In 1990, a couple in Japan named their child Akuma, which means the devil in Japanese. The name led to a media frenzy so strong that the topic of the naming convention had reached the cabinet of the Prime Minister of Japan. After a long debate on whether the Japanese government should interfere in the naming of the child or not, the Prime Minister eventually decided to ban the name Akuma. Number 3. Sweden. Sweden has some of the strictest naming laws in the world. You can't name your child the same thing as a royal or a royal title. Swedish law also states that you cannot name your child anything offensive or something that would otherwise be unsuitable as a first name. This led to a lot of backlash, and one couple in particular decided to name their own child. This is gonna take a few takes. 11116. Essentially a button mash. The name was apparently pronounced Abel. That would have made things a lot easier a while ago. And promptly rejected. After that, they tried to name their child A, which was also rejected. Number 2. Denmark. Denmark is quite similar to Sweden with its naming laws. Also, Danes are not as angry about it. In one case, parents tried to name their child Monkey, but were quickly shut down by the government. Danish parents need special approval if they name their child anything outside of the 7,000 pre-approved names that were selected by the government. It's also why the numerous parents weren't allowed to name their child Anus. And we wonder why. Number 1. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is at the forefront of banning names, specifically the names that don't fit in with the strong Islamic traditions of Saudi Arabia. Naming your child Nabi, which means prophet in Arabic, is strictly forbidden. Other illegal names include Jibril, the Arabic name for angel Gabriel, and in total, around 45 different names have been banned. One of the most hilarious names that were banned was Linda, apparently due to its association with Western culture. So if your name is Linda and you receive a job offer in Saudi, then tough luck. That's a wrap for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you on the next one.